PNC Park. The Pittsburgh Pirates get ready to host the New York Mets as they continue their 10-game homestand on poster night. All fans getting a Pirates team poster as the Buccos get ready to take on the Metropolitans along the banks of the Allegheny River. It is game one of a 3-game series between the Pirates and the Mets. The first look for the Buccos against these New York Mets from the National League East. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk. And Bob, really both clubs are struggling, and it starts with the offense.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of offense this series. Nobody is scoring any runs. The Pirates jumbling up their lineup a little bit. Jones getting a day off. He plays almost all the time. His first full season playing from spring training all the way to September with a big league club might be wearing on him a little bit. So he's got the night off. Clement's going to play first base. Domit's going to be out in right field.
And Ronnie Cedeno returns to the lineup as well, as he has missed the last 8 games with that shoulder impingement. So maybe they'll get a boost from Cedeno. And who knows, maybe Clement, who since his recall is batting .385, sporadic play. Maybe this will kind of do the trick for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who, as we said, are meeting the Mets for the first time all season long. It has been a long time since we've seen these New York Mets.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that you can go all the way into late August without seeing somebody, but that's the way it is right now, and I'm glad they're coming in because you said on the top, they're not scoring runs, they're not playing very well. Look at their road record. Obviously nothing to brag about. In New York, they're used to much better than this.
No Jason Bay, he's on the disabled list. But we will see Mike Pelfrey, the big right-hander who started out this year 10-2, but he has had his problems. Jeff Karstens has been a pretty consistent pitcher, but he hasn't got much offense.
Well, 4.42 ERA in his last 10 starts. That's nothing to write home about, but you got to be better than 0-7. We got to get him some runs tonight. He deserves it.
All right, the offense will bust out tonight. The Pirates and the New York Mets playing game one of the 3-game series. Should have a nice crowd on hand on a great night for baseball in the Burgh.
PNC for the achiever in us all. By Barrel Automotive, Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. and by your Western PA Honda dealer.
Well, welcome back to PNC Park. Pirates and the New York Mets getting ready to play ball. Jeff Karstens about ready to throw this first pitch to Jose Reyes.
Take a look at Jeff's stats on the year. Everything in pretty good shape. Home runs of maybe elevated a little bit, 19 in 112 innings. I could knock that down a notch or two.
Well, first pitch swinging and a seeing-eye single for the speedy Jose Reyes. Reyes is aboard. And the lineup brought to you by Toyota moving forward. Angel Pagan will come to the plate. Then Carlos Beltran and Chris Carter hits cleanup. David Wright, only player with 30 doubles in 6 straight seasons. Ike Davis is the rookie first baseman. Josh Tolley is the catcher. Ruben Tejada at second, and Mike Pelfrey on the hill. Karstens and catcher Chris Snyder will have to watch Reyes. 26 steals, caught 7 times.
Yeah, the offense has been really struggling for the Mets, so they may try and really push things on the bases. You see teams will do that occasionally. They'll try to get ultra aggressive, maybe break something loose in their offense.
Team batting average of .247. That is second lowest in the league, behind only Pittsburgh. Pirates batting .240. Blunt start by Reyes, and that pitch low and in, 2-0. In terms of the stolen bases, the New York Mets lead the National League in steals. 108 of them. Next closest, San Diego Padres. This ball fouled off. But they don't lead the league in any other department other than those steals. You see that they are offensively.
That's the one thing they do have going. So they may try to use that.
Jerry Manuel has been under fire. Very, very high payroll club, these Mets, expecting to do much better. Pickoff try fairly close. Reyes back.
Yeah, they're constantly trying to compete with the Yankees, and that's not easy to do. Any kind of a failure is always right under the microscope.
Two and one on Pagan. And Reyes was jumping off of first. Karstens steps off.
Oh, he had a step off on. That's why he took the ball out of his glove the way he did. So he's not really watching. He didn't see that. That step off was just something that was pre-planned.
Runner not going. And a strike. 2-2 count on Pagan. 1 for 15 on this road trip. It started in Houston, a split of a 4-game series at Minute Maid against the Houston Astros. The Mets 24 and 39 on the road. You know all about the Pirates' woes away from their home yard. The Mets have gone 9 and 22 their last 31 road games. And another try. Again, pretty close, but Reyes back. Jerry Manuel has had to deal with a lot on and off the field. A highly publicized confrontation between his closer Frankie Rodriguez and his girlfriend's father, and not only led to an arrest, but eventually they found out he was hurt. And Rodriguez is going to be out for the year. There goes Reyes. It's fouled out of play. And a nice catch in the seats. 2-2 count on Pagan. So here they are at home at Citi Field, 36 and 22. You can see they pitch much better in their home ballpark,
which is definitely a pitcher's ballpark. You would think they would hit better on the road. It's not the case.
Another close one.
I think he might have been out if
Clement didn't
Clement
hold
could
on.
have hold on to the ball. Yeah, he was running.
Yep.
Yeah, Clement catches that. That's going to be an out.
Great look from the AGH cam. 2-2 count on Pagan. Reyes runs, and it's popped up. Walker out. And it's Walker. Jeff Karstens usually does a number on the opposition through 5 innings. But after that, not so good. You see innings 1 through 5, an ERA of 3.18. After that, 12.46, and opponents hit 400 from the 6th inning on against Karstens.
Yeah, you know, you expect some deterioration, but that's kind of on the extreme side. 400 batting average.
And although he has gotten better against lefties, it's something that we watch every time Karstens pitches. Lefties hit 345 against Karstens. Almost 100 points better than right-handers do. And Jerry Manuel has 3 switch hitters at the top in Reyes, Pagan, and Carlos Beltran. Then the left-hand hitter Carter, Ike Davis, and Josh Tolley also left-handed sticks. Beltran takes ball 1. Chris Carter awaits on deck. The rookie right fielder. Beltran 3 for 10 on their road trip with 5 walks. Activated off the 60-day disabled list July the 15th. Knee problems had bothered him last year, and finally controversial knee surgery in January. It had not been cleared by the Mets. Reyes back again. .226 average, a couple of homers, 10 RBIs for Beltran. Strike in there, 1-2.
Reyes is looking like he wants to run again. And now that there's 2 strikes, the Pirates will probably be keeping tabs on him.
And a Karstens step off and look over.
Again, just as Reyes was starting to flinch towards second.
Blocked by Snyder. A 2-2 count on Beltran.
Yeah, that one was not an easy block. Good job.
Sticks in that webbing. The AGH cam. Well, he got banged around last night, didn't he, Snyder?
Man, on those backswings.
2-2. And there goes Reyes. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. And a strikeout. As Snyder holds on, and a stolen base for Reyes.
It was going to be a pretty good pitch to throw on, too. It was a fastball away. And Snyder come out. Just couldn't find the handle on it. Catches the foul tip perfectly. And you can see the hand came out and there was no baseball in it.
Mets try and jump on top early. A cue shot. The bat of Chris Carter. Hitting .267, couple of homers, 15 runs batted in. Carter 1 for 6 on the road trip. Had his first major league homer in June against the Baltimore Orioles. Again, this lineup struggling offensively and without Jason Bay in it. Bay wasn't necessarily setting the world on fire before the concussion. Pop up, shallow left, and this ball is going to drop in no man's land.
How about that swing? Real slow. Just almost like he was trying to serve the ball that direction. Had to slow his bat way down. He was fooled on it just to make some contact. Look at that swing. No bat speed whatsoever. That a lucky break really for the Mets.
1-0 lead for New York. Here's David Wright. David Wright, his 7th year with the Mets, has already topped his home run and RBI totals from last year. Tied for 5th in the league with 78 ribbies. .290 batting average and 18 home runs for third baseman David Wright. You look at the Pirates defensively. One ball, one strike, 2 outs, and a run in. And now 1-2. Jason Bay signed a huge contract over the winter as a free agent with the Mets. That hasn't panned out. He is on the DL, and you look, and those numbers. He hit 2 home runs in 1 game toward the end of June. This ball hit foul out of play. This is how Bay suffered a concussion up against the wall in LA. So the former Pirate out since July the 23rd.
Carter running on that last pitch. It does look like they're going to push the envelope a little bit. See what they can do. Reyes took off several times. Finally stole second. Carter kind of did it in a stealth way. Very short lead. One of those, hey, nobody pay any attention to me type things. Tried to take off. Well, Reyes, he had about as big a lead at first base as anybody's had all year here.
It's a 2-2 count. And again, you're going to see a lot of this. Pirates trying to do their best to contain that running game.
That was a real problem for about the first 4 months of the season.
Now the count goes full to David Wright. David Wright, 129 strikeouts. That's 5th most in the league. The Pirates and Karstens would take that right now and get out of this. And a little flare that just eludes the second baseman, Neil Walker. A ground single by Reyes to start the game. That little pop up into shallow left, and excuse me hit by Carter, and this little shot by David Wright.
Yep, nothing special at all. A little jam shot, barely crawled over Walker's head. So right now, some luck. No, it wasn't a jump shot. That was right off the very end, a cue shot. Thought it got in on him, but the camera shows it was a cued off the end of the bat.
So Karstens not having the best luck in the world here in the first. And now Ike Davis, the rookie first baseman, having a fine campaign. 15 homers, 55 RBIs.
Just when he was looking in for signs on that pitch, you saw Snyder go cross arms. You might be wondering, what was that? Was that some kind of a sign or something? He was reminding Karstens that Clement was not holding the runner on first base. Don't throw over there. That crossed arm sign, that means that the first baseman is playing behind the runner.
Two and one on Ike Davis. With a long top of the first inning here for Karstens. All those throws over to first. Ike Davis, the number 6 man in the order. 25 pitches thrown now by Karstens as he falls behind Ike Davis 3-1. Davis, last 6 games, 1 for 20. He went 1 for 12 on their road trip in Houston. And Ray Searage, the new Pirates pitching coach, and a former Met. Bounced foul. Razor shines. Unable to make the play. First base coach Chip Hale coaches third.
Shines having to go after that ball one-handed. He's got a stopwatch in the other hand. He's timing Carson's deliveries to the plate.
Bouncing ball past Walker.
Really, that's almost as bad as a blooper. That's a ground ball that just happened to be, hitting the hole. Right now, Carson's can't catch a break. It's not like you're giving up line drives all over the ballpark. You're trying to get a ground ball. There it is. You got it. 3 hopper. 4. Actually, I think that bounced 4 times before it got to the outfield grass. Just well placed.
4 singles in the inning. And the last 3 in a row coming with 2 outs and a 2-0 lead as Josh Thole comes to the plate, another rookie. Davis, Thole, and the on-deck batter. All rookies, as is their cleanup hitter, Chris Carter. And this ball lined into right field. It is 3-0 Mets.
Might have a play at third.
Oh, the throw from Domet was strong, but just off the mark.
Well, Domet has probably one of the strongest arms on the team. You put him out in right field, he definitely has something to throw with. And look, he had to run a long ways toward the foul line, and still with the strength of his arm, if it's on line, that's going to be a bang-bang play at third. Probably should have threw that ball a little lower. Always want to make sure that ball can be cut off in case that first baseman wants to, or the runner at first base tries to go to second. You want to be able to prevent that as a cutoff man. I don't think Ronnie would have been able to reach that. Looked like it was too high. But Doman, we have to always keep this in mind. I know that there's been a couple of balls fall in front of him that a regular outfielder would have probably caught. But right now, he's more concerned about messing something up and having to go over his head for extra bases than it is letting something fall in front of him. He is a catcher trying to learn how to play the outfield. We have to cut him a break sometimes on defense, I think.
Now,
go foul.
Thank you. Tejada trying to bunt a run in.
You can see where Pedro is. Pedro was well back. That ball would have been on the grass. That'd been another run.
Ruben Tejada batting 181.
Now Pedro is into the baseline. Normally 2 outs, you don't have to worry about the bunt. But if there's a man on third and a fast guy at the plate, you got to take that away from him.
1 ball, 1 strike. Tough top of the first inning here for Karstens. Trying to get this last out. To get the first 2 with Reyes aboard. Tolley's hit, obviously the hardest hit ball of the inning. Tejada batting just 181. And a fly ball to Doman.
That should do it.
It does. Tough luck for Karstens and the Bucks in the top of the first. See what the offense can do. Down 3-0. Tries to regroup. At the top of the order, it's Andrew McCutchen. Jose Tabata hits second, and batting second this season, his average is .360. Neil Walker, the third man of the order. Then Pedro Alvarez hits cleanup. Ryan Doman in right. Jeff Clement is the first baseman. Chris Snyder catches. Ronnie Cedeno back in the lineup, and Karstens.
Let's take a look at Pelfrey's numbers on the year. 11-7 record. That's not too bad for the problems he's had with run support this year. That's darn good for him. Of course, the ERA being in the 3s helps that circumstance.
Well, the McCutchen Man Crush crew is here. At least the sign is. Strike on McCutchen.
I don't think the crew is here too.
Well, they'll be there probably at the back in the all-you-can-eat seats somewhere. Getting ready. One ball, 1 strike. McCutchen, the 9th inning home run last night, made the score 4-2. Headed off Leo Nunez. He homered in the 8th inning on Wednesday night. McCutchen not too sure about that call from Andy Fletcher.
Well, that might be a little low. Definitely see why McCutchen didn't like that one. Who are the umpires tonight, Greg?
Well, we saw these umpires on a recent road trip, didn't we? That infield fly rule that we questioned. Andy Fletcher.
St. Louis.
Yeah,
that's right.
Adrian Johnson at first. Tim McClellan is the crew chief. Second base umpire, DJ Rayburn at third. As we found out the next day, we won't go into great detail about it, but it was just one of those nights where the umpires got it dead wrong. Tabata takes a strike. Tabata hitting .300 overall, a couple of homers, 16 RBIs. 1 for 4 last night, so 6 for 14 on this homestand. Bounced it right to Tejada. Mets defense. So Ike Davis at first, Tejada at second. In the outfield, it's Pagan, Beltran, and Carter. And the left side of the infield, Reyes and Wright. They combined for 27 errors. Josh Tolley makes his 23rd start behind the plate. He's thrown out 50%, and the fielding percentage for the Mets, 7th in the majors. Neil Walker takes a strike, and though the Pirates had only 6 hits last night and Walker was just 1 for 4, he had 4 strong at bats. Got a hit in the 9th inning. His first 3 times up, hit the ball very well, and this ball carries Pagan back toward the track, but it's a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the first and a 3-0 Mets lead. New York Penn League, and a natural fit. Pittsburgh Pirates and the State College Spikes. Strike 1 on the pitcher, Mike Pelfrey. Two and 1. 5 hits and 41 at bats. Easy for Walker. 1 down in the second. At the top of the order, Jose Reyes. Reyes got it going with that ground single to center. Stole his 27th base, and he scored on the little pop to shallow left. And a strike is called.
Yeah, not a whole lot as far as hard hit balls, but they were well placed, and now Karstens needs to be perfect for the rest of the time he's out there. He was unable to stay out of the big inning. They put up a crooked number. Now he's going to be under the gun for a while. Put up some zeros.
Reyes took a couple of steps up the box. Tried to bunt it toward third. Fouled it off.
It's not uncommon for teams, especially ones you haven't played yet, to test a young third baseman. Two possible bunts down that way already.
Headed up the middle, cut off by Cedeno. That's a nice play, but, oh yeah, Clement is going to get the call. The Pirates might have gotten a call there. From our vantage point, it looked as though Clement came off the bag. That's what Razor Shines thought, and out comes Jerry Manuel.
Yeah, we're going to get to see a replay of that, but first blush, it did look like maybe the foot came off. I'll agree with you. I think it did. I think it did. You see the fine play that Cedeno made on the GH camera. This view will probably show it. I don't know. It might have had a toe on there. Might have had a toe on there. Yeah.
Actually, closer than I thought.
Yeah.
Slow curveball for a strike.
I gotta say the toe was on there, or close enough that the call could have gone either way, and you can't really argue too much.
Nice play by Cedeno. And as it turns out, Clement. 1-2, and Karsten's going to try to come back with a 1-2-3 top of the second here.
That was a big play to get. Reyes is out there with just one out, his speed, and now they got something going again. That had to be a little bit of a tester for Ronnie's shoulder too. To reach that wide up the middle. Battling that impingement left shoulder for quite a while now.
Ball hit toward the right field corner. That's a ball that Domet plays nicely off the wall, but Pagan into second base with a double.
And if Cedeno doesn't make that play, and Clement a good play on it over at first base, that's another run. That was a good job by those two. Carter reaching out, taking a ball that was on the outside corner, maybe even off the plate a little bit. Pulling it, putting it off the Clemente wall.
Six hits for the Mets. Beltran struck out in the first.
That's it. Carter, Pagan.
That'll be out of play. Beltran missed first half of the season. And slow going here. He's been activated since July 15th. Batting average coming in at .226. Makes this ball in the air to Domet. For the final out. Does it for the Metropolitans. 1.5 played. New York leads Pittsburgh 3-0. Android phone with MLB.com at Bat 2010, featuring play-by-play video highlights and live audio broadcast. Visit Pirates.com on your iPhone, iPod Touch, Android, or BlackBerry for more details. Pedro Alvarez leads off against Mike Pelfrey, and he takes ball one. Pelfrey got through that first inning 1-2-3. He breaks Alvarez's bat on that one. Opposition batting .330 against Pelfrey in the first inning this season. That's a one hurdle for this big right-hander who had an ERA in July of 10.02. Mike Pelfrey. His August ERA 2.89. Went 7 innings for the second consecutive start, his last time out against the Phillies at Citi Field 5 days ago. Pelfrey has allowed 9 home runs this season, all to left-handed hitters.
Good ballpark to give up number 10 in.
He's allowed 46 homers in his career as Pelfrey. Only 13 of those to right-handed batters. Down on strikes goes Alvarez. 83rd K in 163 innings for Pelfrey. The numbers in terms of the batting average almost exactly the same, righties and lefties, but the long ball gives him up to the left-handed sticks. This is his, in terms of his career against the Pirates, his third matchup. An ERA of 6.75 versus Pittsburgh. Strike one on Domet. Domet 0 for 3 last night. It's a line drive and a hook foul.
How about that home run he hit the other night?
Most impressive.
Into the tree.
Some 445 feet. His first home run since July the 10th, and his one hit on the homestand.
The bigger and bigger those trees get, the tougher and tougher it'll be to put one in the water. I was watching the replay of the ball that was in the water, and the trees were about 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Way up there now.
There they are now. It's current. When Darrell Ward hit his into the Allegheny on the fly.
They were very, very small trees back then. Young.
Not only do you have to get height and distance, but now you got to get direction.
Yeah, now you got to get in between,
the trees.
If you get right in the very, I think to make the water though, it'll probably just clip the top of a tree, and I think there's enough small twigs up there that it'll fight its way through.
Really?
At least that's what I always think when I'm hitting out of the woods. That's what I think.
I was just going to ask you. Sound like a golfer who's seen those clip the branches just enough on it.
It'll fight its way through.
Yeah. I've seen your act.
Yeah, they don't fight through very often.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. Sometimes you get the direct hits. I like those, and they're right in the middle of the fairway. Those are fun. Still 2-2 on Domet. Here it is from Wednesday night.
That one was tagged.
But
I think it would have hit that guy in the bike. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Hit. I didn't know where it was. We had to send search dogs to find the ball immediately. Found him out there on it. Couldn't find it. Now compare those trees to those little things. The Christmas trees in the Brown household are bigger than that every year. They have grown up now.
Domet, man, did he clobber that one? Ryan Domet's second hit of the homestand. His home run number 10 on the year. He was not going to give up against Pelfrey.
For Pelfrey and Domet, number 10 on the year.
Domet had a great at bat there. He saw everything Pelfrey threw at him. And once he got the pitch he wanted, he drove it.
Fastball, inside corner, and he was just quick to the baseball. Open up those hips.
Three-one ball game. Safe Auto Insurance reminds you you're safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for prostate cancer screening and awareness. Early detection is the cure. The home run for Domet gets the Bucks on the board.
Talking it over with Jones there about what the at-bat was like, what he saw from Pelfrey. Right there, he had to be talking about Pelfrey's breaking ball. Saw the way he moved his fingers to indicate the way it was spinning.
Clement flies to left fielder Pagan. Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. The Ryan Domet home run. Bang. Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Another look. Deep up into those seats above the Clemente wall. So the Pirates and the Mets are meeting for the first time. Most of the Pirates. And Snyder, while with the Diamondbacks, 1 for 3 earlier this season. A fly ball to left. A home run. It's the Bucks on the board. Ryan Domet dinger makes it a 3-1 ball game. On to the third we go at PNC Park.
is brought to you by AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day.
Time for our Day Automotive. This day in Pirates history is on this day in 2002. Chris Benson, Brian Boehringer, Al Reyes combined a one-hit shutout over the Cardinals. Pirates hit 5 solo home runs on their way to an 8-0 win. Thank you, Day Automotive. Hello. Goodbye. Chris Carter, number 3. And the Mets get that run right back.
The first pitch with that answer.
The rookie Chris Carter.
7 hits now for the Mets. Like he picked on a very high pitch. That might not even have been in the strike zone by the letters.
Chris Carter in his first year with the Mets, over from the Red Sox. Billy Wagner deal. One ball, 2 strikes on David Wright. He singled and scored in the first. Wax Snyder on the mask.
Just a little bit of a misdirection. Snyder probably doesn't want to get hit in that mask too much tonight. You mentioned the beating that he took in last night's game. Not only from foul tips, but from those backswings. Remember the days where the catchers just wore hats?
Yep. Ball hit to left field and it dropped in. David Wright 2 for 2.
I think of the last Pirate catcher to wear a hat. Milt May probably. The last catcher period that I remember. Who was it we said last night? Was it the Oriole
Rick
guy?
Dempsey?
Rick Dempsey, yeah. Pretty sure he had a hat on most of the time. A lot of the umpires still wear those hats.
It's interesting too, Bob. Starting to notice that fewer and fewer of those goalie-style hockey masks are being used by umpires and catchers. That was in vogue for a while. The majority of the catchers in the big leagues tried those for a couple years, and I don't know many catchers that use those hockey-style masks. As David Wright steals a bag.
Well, we talked about it in the first inning. This is a running team. They've been having a hard time scoring runs, so maybe they're even going to run more than normal. And this is the 3rd guy we've seen take off.
18th steal for David Wright on the year.
Pretty easy on that one. Razor Shines is over there with the stopwatch. He's letting the runners know Carson's speed to the plate. And if he takes the big leg kick, he's going to be slow. They'll be able to steal it if he doesn't try to quicken it up. Not that just Shines has that stopwatch. Every first base coach carries those stopwatches.
Ball lifted to center.
Thinking about tagging.
That was the throw, but cut off. Ike Davis flies to center. Davis had singled in a run in the first inning. McCutchen makes that routine play. tomorrow, the Pirates and the Mets meet in Game 2 of this 3-game series, and all fans will get a Pittsburgh Crawford's cap, courtesy of Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hastings Village shows you that cap. Come early for the African American Heritage Celebration on Federal Street before the game. Live music, food, and festivities. For tickets, go to Pirates.com. Pittsburgh Crawford caps given away tomorrow night. Josh Tolley lined a ball to right field, his first at bat in the first inning, and drove in a run. He was recalled the end of June. 23-year-old native of Breeze, Illinois. Not too far from St. Louis. 13th round pick in 2005. Josh Tolley. They activated veteran Rod Barajas off the DL today. They also have Henry Blanco. Speaking of catchers, the news about Ronnie Paulino. Last night after the game against the Pirates, the Marlins catcher was officially suspended 50 games for violating Major League Baseball's drug policy. Taking a banned substance. The Marlins announcing they're going to have a top-to-bottom review of the organization and how it educates players on what they can legally take under baseball rules. They're calling the Paulino decision to take the banned substance, quote, extraordinarily disappointing. Tested positive for performance-enhancing substance under the Major League Baseball drug policy. This ball lined to right field. Another hard hit ball by Tolley. And he drives in another run. 5-1. And it was tough luck for Karstens mostly in that first inning, but he hit some balls hard off of him since.
Yeah, I think the luck isn't having much to do with these runs. This ball here was hammered in the right field.
That's 9 hits.
Bullpen is going to have to get going. It's kind of early, but got to do it.
Broken bat. Alvarez will turn it into a double play as Walker takes a tumble. But they go around the horn to turn the 2. 2 more runs for New York. 5-1 Mets. There's a look at the double play, the broken bat.
Got to stay focused. Can't take your eyes off it, even though you know that bat is flipping around. Talk about flipping around.
Yeah.
Well, Walker took a hit and flipped in the air. You can see by our AGH cam. He is in a short time turned into a fine second baseman.
Cedeno back in the lineup. His first start since August the 11th. Did pinch run on the 14th, 6 days ago against Houston.
Diaz filled in pretty nice, though. You have to admit that.
Yeah,
for a guy that's not supposed to be a bat, he's a defensive guy. He got his hits.
Diaz was taking some ground balls at second during batting practice. No surprise, he can fill in the middle infielders. Delwyn Young has played some second and third and right this year. Andy LaRoche, whose playing time drastically reduced since the arrival of Pedro Alvarez. David Wright, a flyer and a safe call. Cedeno did not concede anything there, was hustling down the line, and the last second duck as Davis tried to make the swipe tag. Wright commits his 16th error of the year. Two-time Gold Glover.
Definitely threw that one uphill. As soon as it left his hand, you could see the trajectory was going to be way too high, and the only question was it going to be in the seats or not? Ronnie going hard all the way. Oh, you could hear the tag on the top of the helmet, but he was by the bag. Pelfrey upset with himself going 2-0. As somebody is trying to lay down a bunt, he kept motioning that, give me the ball back, give me the ball back. You get anxious. You want the catcher not to say anything to you, just give me the ball back. I know.
Sacrifice for Karstens.
You get irritated by people telling you what you already know when it's a negative thing.
AGH Sports Medicine injury update. Charlie Morton scratched from his last start for Indy last night. Elbow soreness, could still make his next start. Injury update thanks to our friends at Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And when you have somebody on base, you're halfway irritated anyway. Then you're not throwing a strike. And then you have the catcher wants to come out and say, hey, throw a strike.
McCutcheon a count now of 1-1. He's homered 3 times in the first 4 games of the homestand. McCutcheon having a little difficulty in these situations, men in scoring position, having just .228. He'd love to deliver a hit here.
36 RBIs is not where I'm sure he would like to be.
There we go.
37 now, it looks like.
Wow. They're going to wave the runner home, and it's cut off. And it's a 5-2 ball game.
I wonder why that ball was cut. McCutcheon was not going to second base. The throw looked like it was going to be on line. And Tolley kind of showed some disgust as that ball was cut. He dropped his head. He thought he had a play. Watch the throw. I mean, it is right on the money. It's going to be late, but still, that's right on the money.
You see Tolley drop his head. Disappointed. But he didn't get at least a shot on Cedeno.
Pirates battling away. Cut that lead back to 3 now. If they're going to keep scoring runs, you can't let them get away.
Fouled off by Tabata.
There's still bullpen action, too, for the Pirates. Even though we're by the pitcher spot in the order. Sean Gallagher is still on the mound.
Pelfrey ahead of the count, 0-2 now.
Both these clubs are struggling to score runs. You know, the third inning is not over yet, and they've already put up 7.
Could be 2. Reyes, quick flip to second for 1, but there will be no double play try. Two outs. It brings up Neil Walker and leads us to our Barrel Automotive League leaders in terms of batting with men on base. Neil Walker behind only Buster Posey of the Giants and Josh Hamilton of the Texas Rangers. Barrel.com, definitely worth the click. A 5-2 game. Two outs. Nothing in 1 on Walker. A 1 count. Mike Pelfrey, 6'7" right-hander from Wichita, Kansas. A 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Watching Tabata there as he was in the stretch. He's starting to lean just a little bit towards second.
Usually pretty good success rate against Pelfrey. Opponents attempting to steal the last couple of years. He took off there, and it's fouled out of play off to the left. Tolley has thrown out 6 of 12 trying to steal in his 22 starts behind the plate.
You can see that the jump was pretty good because of the leg kick. Watch the leg kick. That knee comes all the way up above the belt. That's going to give Tabata an extra step, half a step. And most of the time on a steal, it's fairly close, bang, bang. That's what you need.
And up the right center field alley. And Walker thinking too, and there's some hustle for you. A Neil Walker double.
How about that?
On a ground single to right center.
That caught him sleeping. Just a ground ball up the middle. And he's at second base.
And you love to see Alvarez deliver and make that a huge play by Walker.
Walker, from the first step out of the box, he was running hard. And he's got very good speed. I mean, he's not a burner like McCutchen, obviously, but he gets around the bases just as quick as almost everybody on our team, except maybe Tabata and maybe McCutchen.
His 19th double.
Maybe both McCutchens.
Alvarez struck out swinging his first time up. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Pelfrey gave up the home run to Domit in the second. This inning started with an error on David Wright. Ball, 2 strikes. Well, they keep track of everything, of course, these days, statistics in baseball, including the fact that last year Mike Pelfrey threw 77.4% fastballs, the highest rate in the major leagues. And now ahead 1-2 as the last 2 were in the zone to Pedro Alvarez. Strikes him out on the foul tip. An unearned run. Bucks trail 5-2. The AGH cam providing us again with those beautiful pictures. Mike Pelfrey leads off against Karstens.
Gallagher's still throwing. He's been throwing in the pen now for about 20 minutes. And it's not like he got loose and he's standing there. And now he's getting ready to throw again. He's been throwing. And now he's standing there.
Pelfrey grounds to Cedeno. Clement comes off the bag and tags Pelfrey. You know what it is, Bob? 4th inning. That means it's time for the AT&T Mobility Trivia question.
Well, throw it up there. Let's take a look.
Rethink possible. Who holds the Mets franchise record for homers in a single season? Line drive just past Clement. Into the corner. And Reyes will have at least 2. It'll hold there. That ball, if it's bobbled at all. Reyes, who has 8 triples this season, would take off. A 1-out double.
Okay, single season. One record.
I'm inclined to say Strawberry, but
Clement, he's right on the edge of the grass because of the great speed of Reyes, so he has to play the bunt. Not enough time to react to that line drive. I was thinking George Foster.
I was going to say George Foster or Kingman.
How about Hojo?
Or Howard Johnson. Or just past Cedeno.
Because of there was 1 out, that's going to not cost us a run.
Pagan, another hit.
Reyes had to go back towards second on that line drive. Watch Reyes. There's the line drive. He's got to move back. And because of that, it cost him any chance of scoring on this base hit. Even with the fact that he is one of the top runners out there. But I think that might be the end of Karstens' night.
That ball, another hard hit. Russell's going to make the change. Jeff Karstens will not get out of the 4th inning in a rare rough start for Jeff Karstens. Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen.
Meadows Racetrack and Casino.
Well, now the bullpen has to be stellar. Try and get the Pirates a comeback win. Only the 4th inning, down by 3. And Jeff Karstens gives up 11 hits.
He did double play ball.
Beltran has struck out and flied out.
Gallagher's numbers. They are pretty much the same overall numbers and Pirate numbers. Very close. So what's your AT&T guess, Greg?
Well, I actually thought of Beltran, but I cannot believe he has the single season record. Cannot believe that.
I think it's him, huh?
Well, I thought about it for a second. And the runner takes off for second, and it's a base hit. Tabata guns toward third, but the ball gets away, and that allows the runner to move up 90 feet, and another run to score. Give Alvarez an error on that.
Gave it to Alvarez. That's right. You know, and I was going to say that Alvarez has to recognize that they don't have an out and go get that ball, because I thought it hit the runner, but it must have just went off Pedro's glove. It did not hit the runner. He just whiffed it.
It's his 9th error of the season. So it's an RBI single for Beltran.
Must have hit something, though, to go over toward the dugout like it did. Here it is. Ask and you shall receive. What's this ball hit?
Oh. Well,
it did hit something.
How could you get the error on Alvarez on that?
Well, they're going to have to readjust. We're going to have to get to the bottom of that call.
Now, I thought it was initially on Alvarez, but if you see the replay there, it's obvious that it is Tabata. So I'm sure they will change that replay. The call, rather. The ball popped up to center.
Well, I'm going to go back to my original thing. My original thought that, you know, Pedro has to leave the bag and get around to get that ball before it has a chance to bounce off the runner. That's the way I would view it. I mean, there's no way that ball is going to get to him.
But still, even though he should have figured the error will be changed.
I think they did.
Oh, did they?
I heard an announcement. I think they did change it. That'll put an end to that.
Yep. Now they just changed it. I heard it on the rear of the press box here that that is now an error on Tabata. Taken away from Alvarez and bounced towards second. And that'll do it. But the New York Mets score 2 more. 7-2 Mets. again holds the Mets franchise record for homers in a single season. Can't be Beltran. You tell me Beltran had more homers than George Foster or Darryl Strawberry? Kingman.
Hojo.
Domet homered his last at bat, but he bounced this ball just foul outside the bag.
Who was the big home run hitter back in the Miracle Men days? Was it like Tommy Agee? Was it?
I don't know. Here,
Clendenin,
yeah. What about Delgado?
Yeah, that might be.
What about Piazza? Ball line to right. Oh, nice sliding grab made by Carter.
Who's that guy that had Carter? Something Carter. Didn't he hit a lot of home runs? There's Carter. Making a nice play. But Gary Carter, I guess he never really had a huge home run year when he was with the Mets.
Probably not.
A lot of home runs as an Expo. So who are you guessing, Delgado or Beltran? Because the Gypsies keep showing him.
I'm going to go with Todd Hundley.
I'm going to go with Mookie Wilson.
That's a good guess. Very good guess. I like that one, Bob. Rusty Staub. Joe Foy.
Well, now we know. Here comes the answer. The answer is
that's coming. Don't you worry, Bob.
Yeah,
that answer's going to be coming any inning now. Don't you worry about it. It's giving you some time.
the computer error.
Yeah. Frank Tavares played for the Mets for a time.
I'm staying with Mookie Wilson. Could have been
Tim Foley.
Lenny Dykstra.
He
was young and skinny.
I thought about Dykstra, then I thought, no, he really didn't start hitting homers until he became a Philly, did he? Didn't he? Right?
What's that?
I was going to say Dykstra, but I don't think he really started hitting home runs until he went to Philadelphia.
We're going to try again. Answer is loading.
Aha!
Tie.
I'm going to have to look up how many most home runs Foster hit or Strawberry.
Foster hit 52 with the Reds a year or two before he went to New York.
How many Mookie hit most, do you think, in a single season? I'll look that one up.
I'll say 10.
Still 2-2 on Chris Snyder. He fly to left. The second. Fly ball to center. And that will drop in front of Beltran. 2-out base runner. Down 7-2. Fourth hit of the game for the Bucks. Dave Kingman hit 36 homers in 1975 with the Mets, 37 in 1976.
Played there in the 80s too. He went to, I think, the Cubs and then back to the Mets.
Yes, he did. He hit 37 in 82 with the Mets. And the most homers he hit in any one season, 48 with the Cubs in 1979.
Remember, I always told you that Stargell was my first home run. Kingman was my second. After that, they're all blur.
Well, now, where did the Kingman home run take place?
Wrigley Field, dead center field.
Was the Stargell home run at the Vet or
Veterans
Three
Stadium?
Rivers? Cedeno will drop one in the left. They'll put runners at second and third.
The Pirates have scored in 2 of the 3 innings. A chance now to maybe get 2 more, go 7-4. Get right back in the ball game with a base hit. Here it is. Ronnie, he hit that ground ball that was the error last time. Now gets the head of the bat to that inside pitch. Puts it down the line for a double. It's good to have Ronnie back out there.
Well, fans not happy that Sean Gallagher is batting. They elect not to lift him for a pinch hitter. It almost makes you wonder whether Daniel McCutchen is 100%. It's the first thing that comes to my mind anyway. Here's your next logical long man. Bouncing ball. Can Gallagher get there? No. He is retired and the fans less happy. 7-2 Mets. Joining the bullpen, 8 appearances. 7 have been scoreless. Last night, Daniel McCutchen went 1 scoreless inning, 1, 2, 3, 8 for the achiever in us all.
We were talking right after the trading deadline about how things are going to shake out in the bullpen. It looks like Rysop is going to fill in the role that Meek used to have, and so far so good with McCutchen maybe taking over the Carrasco role. Things always work out.
Well,
seemed to anyway.
Just so you know, I wanted to go back and check because I hadn't had an opportunity to go into the clubhouse before the game to find out. McCutcheon is healthy to everybody's knowledge up in the press box. So for whatever reason, they decided not to pinch hit Gallagher.
Not wanting to go to the second reliever in just the 5th inning. Be my guess.
Two-0 count on Ike Davis, who is 1 for 2, the son of a former big league pitcher, Ron Davis. Talking about different roles in the bullpen. Ron Davis, in his couple years with the Yankees back in the early 80s, was a setup man to Goose Gossage and really became one of the first true setup type pitchers.
He was a waiter too. You know?
What?
During I think it was the 81 strike.
He was a waiter.
Yeah, during the strike he worked as a waiter. I think it was Ron Davis because I can remember the interview, and I'm pretty sure it was him.
In 81? The strike of 81?
Yeah, I think that was the one where we were out for
half season.
Yeah,
middle season. Here's Josh Tolley.
I was painting houses, by the way. You wondered?
I figured you're either painting houses or you might have been at the service station. Bounced to Clement, plays it off his chest and tosses on to Gallagher.
And the money for the young guys were a little bit different those days. So if there was no paycheck coming in, you had to go out and do something. A couple of nice quick outs here for McCutcheon.
And for Gallagher too.
Yeah. I'm talking about McCutcheon. Just got my names mixed up, Greg. I have pointed out so
did not
vigorously.
In fact, it was stealthy on my part.
I very vigorously pointed that out.
No, not at all.
Jump right on that. Oh, okay, I'm going to lay and wait for you now.
Oh, yeah, like you don't.
Don't mess one up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You and the Gypsies, if a mistake is made, boom, pounce on it.
Especially now that you've said that. But Gallagher has done a nice job getting a couple quick outs. See if he can have a quick inning.
And the count 3-1 on Miguel Tejada. And he walks him.
And that's one you really want to get, too, because you have the pitcher coming up. You would like to have Pelfrey leading off. And you just don't want to walk that number 8 guy.
And neither the Gypsies nor Bob heard that mistake. Okay, good. Ken Kay from Cheswick is the Make Your Day giveaway prize pack winner for the month of July. Ken won tickets to a Pirates game, autographed baseball memorabilia, and a gift certificate from Day. You could be the August winner, so be sure to sign up now for the monthly drawing at fsninsider.com.
I think you said Miguel Tejada, didn't you?
Oh, you're good.
I have a tape machine in my mind, and I could replay.
But you know, the Gypsies didn't say anything.
I could replay the whole thing. No, they didn't say
I did it with a
word.
little extra inflection too.
Well, we'll get the pitcher out here and still be a good inning. You know what's so great about the big pitchers like that? big strike zone. It's just like a comfort thing of having that 6'6" pitcher up there.
Easier to throw strikes, you mean?
Yeah, I always thought so. Now, if it's like a Dave Winfield type 6'6", that's not really what you want to see up there. But as a pitcher, it is a comfort thing.
Three-two count. Six-seven right-hander Mike Pelfrey. Gallagher bare hands and throws.
Very nice.
Yes, very well done. Retire Pelfrey and the Mets. At the halfway mark, New York leads Pittsburgh 7-2. Pirates with 5 hits. Ryan Domit, a solo home run, came in the second. The Pirates scored an unearned run in the third. Mike Pelfrey.
5 hits, 4 innings. One of those a home run. It's not bad. A decent start to this ball game for the offense. The problem is they've given up 7.
Gallagher congratulates Clement. A nice little play from both the pitcher and the first baseman to end the top of this 5th inning. And we're underway for the bottom of the 5th.
They are trying to fight.
John Russell has said one of these days this offense is going to bust out. And many believe that this talented young group of Pirates, especially the top, say, 4 in the order tonight, McCutchen, Tabata, Walker, and Alvarez, that once they stop worrying so much about not losing a game and just let their talent shine through, that they're going to have a real strong finish to this season.
Relax and play type attitude.
Last night, owner Bob Nutting, President Frank Coonley, General Manager Neil Huntington took questions from a couple of hundred season ticket holders before the game, and one gentleman asked if they believe that the Pirates players really cared. And not only do they care, in some respects care at times so much, they put so much pressure on themselves that they don't relax and let their talents take over, and that might be one of the reasons that offense has been struggling.
Yeah, I've played on some poor teams, and the ones that don't care are the ones that have a lot of older veteran guys on it, because they give up, they want out. They are the ones that start complaining and moaning about this and that. The young teams, they care very much. And they don't care what the standing says. They're turning the page every night, and they're coming out to get you. And I see that in the Pirates every night. Now, I know that the results aren't there, but I guess there's a number of things you can kind of get honest about. But as far as caring and playing hard, you can't ever question that. Not with that group down there.
A 2-1 count on Tabata. He's 0 for 2. A hit by McCutchen, his second of the night, and the 6th for Pittsburgh, with Neil Walker awaiting on deck. There goes McCutchen. He's going to be safe. Tag had to have been missed.
Yeah, you got to tag him. You have to tag him.
26 steals for McCutchen. Tejada missed the tag.
It's a perfect throw. And did not tag him, definitely. Glove is there. And as you're tagging the runner, you can't be falling toward third, I don't believe. Not a good way to go about it.
And a walk to Tabata.
Tejada definitely was falling toward third, and now here we go again.
The makings, anyway, of a good inning offensively.
Had a nice opportunity just about every inning to do something.
Dan Worth and the pitching coach out to talk now with Pelfrey.
The first inning was kind of an easy inning for Pelfrey, but he's working since then.
Tomorrow on Inside Pirates Baseball, get the inside scoop on the 2 stud power pitchers the Buccos signed for their future. Plus, we jump in the car for a ride to work with Neil Walker. Catch all this and more Inside Pirates Baseball tomorrow night at 6 here on FSN. There is Walker. Doubled. A hustling double on a ground ball between the second baseman Tejada and the second base bag his last time up. A .377 batting average with men on base this season. And the bullpen goes to work. Elmer descends, a former Pirate. Oliver Perez is also part of this pitching staff. Line drive caught right at first. 1 out.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in last night's game. Walker hitting the ball hard, but right at somebody. Everybody froze on the line drive just like they're supposed to.
Easy play for Ike Davis, right at him. And now Pedro Alvarez, who has struck out his first 2 times up. This fastball misses outside. Fastball called for a strike. 1-1. McCutchen at second, Tabata at first, 1 out, down by 5 in the 5th. Fouls off that fastball that was upstairs, 1-2.
Alvarez is getting some fastballs to hit tonight. Pelfrey's just been coming right after with that number 1. Nothing fancy. if Alvarez can make the adjustment, catch up to that heater. But then the question is Pelfrey going to keep throwing it too? There's another one. I guess it's not much of a question if Pelfrey's going to keep throwing it. As he told us earlier, that's what he throws. Was it 74%?
77.4%.
8 out of 10, basically. And that one was not. That was a changeup. And it looked like Pedro had tried to make the adjustment because he was so far out in front on that changeup.
Pelfrey gets Alvarez for the third time.
We'll take a look at Alvarez and watch the swing. See how he's reaching for that right off the end of the bat, all off balance. That was the changeup, and he was taking a fastball type swing at it. He had made an adjustment, but Pelfrey reached into the trick bag.
Dolmet lined out his last time, homered his first at bat. Ball one. Josh Thole in conference with his pitcher. Pelfrey 10-2. His first 12 decisions this year. Went 10-12 last year with an ERA of 5. His first full year in the big leagues 2 years ago, 13-11. And a ground ball to second. The Pirates will leave 2. After getting their first 2 men on, trail 7-2 after 5. Sean Gallagher will face the top of the order, Jose Reyes, and Angel Pagan and Carlos Beltran. Reyes 2 hits and 3 at-bats against Jeff Karstens, who gave up 7 runs, 6 earned in his 3 2/3. Ball 1 on Reyes. .328 career hitter against Pittsburgh. Batting close to .500 on this road trip is Reyes, which again started in Houston. The Mets split the 4-game series against the Astros. Easy for Clement. 1 out.
That's the Coors Light 6th inning. Time to check out tonight's Coors Light Freeze Cam. Nice double play, and Walker able to turn it even though the runner is all over him. Jumps up out of the way. Nice turn. That's tonight's Freeze Cam, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Two down, and so far so good for Gallagher.
Yeah, doing a fine job. Brought some sense back to this match. Yeah. Get a couple zeros up on the board.
After giving up the base hit to Beltran that brought in Reyes, and then the air charge to Tabata, and the ball hit Pagan as he was sliding into third.
Need to get one more out to get 2 zeros up. Looks like that's going to be accomplished.
Two and one on Beltran. Evens the count. Beltran now 33 years old. Standout coming up through the Royals organization. And bounces this one to Clement. Stays with it. 1, 2, 3 for Gallagher.
Another good inning.
9 pitches. Gallagher has thrown 3 innings. It's a 7-2 ball game as Jeff Clement leads off for the Pirates at the bottom of the 6th inning. He's flied out twice to left fielder Angel Pagan. Mike Pelfrey has allowed 6 hits so far. And ball 1 on Clement. John Russell giving Garrett Jones a night off. So Clemens starts. Very sporadic. Few and far between, I guess, since his recall.
Had a nice long look early in the year, but just coming off the bench every now and then as he pops up to right.
EasyToUse.com minor league connection. Veteran Jeremy Powell is shutting out the Toledo Mud Hens, top farm club of the Tigers, on 2 hits. Altoona leads Binghamton 4-3, bottom of the 5th inning. Hector Jimenez double and 2 RBIs. Quincy Latimer at Bradenton has a double and a solo homer. 5-0. The Marauders lead that game. Chris Snyder 1 for 2. Ground ball to third. David Wright. First two men retired here in the bottom of the 6th. Pelfrey had a 1-2-3 first inning. Gave up the Doman homer in the 2nd. An unearned run in the 3rd. Chris Snyder and Ronnie Cedeno had 2 out hits in the 4th. And Sean Gallagher grounded out with runners at 2nd and 3rd to end that inning. And last time the Pirates had 1st and 2nd, nobody out. But Walker lined out, Alvarez fouled to 3rd, and Doman grounded to 2nd.
No guessing involved when you're hitting off Pelfrey, is there? Just get up there and look for the fastball. Just tries to move it in and out. There's a breaking ball. Easy inning for Pelfrey.
7-2 New York. On to the 7th. Time to sit back, relax, and get into the Hanes comfort zone. Look great, feel great in a lay flat collar undershirt. One 1-0 count on Chris Carter. 2 for 3. One ball, one strike count. His home run in the 3rd made it a 4-1 ball game.
Gallagher gets through this 7th inning. He's done a nice job of eating up innings, saving the rest of the pen.
Stays 1-2 on Carter.
Will Ledesma, the left-hander in the pen, just now starting to get loose just in case something happens. Gallagher gets in trouble.
Pitcher spot due up first in the bottom of the 7th inning. 27-year-old Chris Carter, an .890 OPS in the minor leagues. On base plus slugging.
Nice job by Gallagher that time, hitting the spot Snyder wanted that ball. You saw him flash his glove up high, trying to get a swing and a miss up there. Carter Abrams fouled it off.
Line towards center field, carries out to McCutcheon. Sunday, Pirates and Mets, and Ryan Doumit showing off the kids' chest protector that all youngsters 14 and under receive. Pirates and Mets battle it out at 1:35, and before the game, enjoy the family fun zone out on Federal Street. After the game, kids run the bases thanks to HK Pretzels. Go to Pirates.com. Kids chest protector backpacks.
Just in time. School's starting next week. I think the grandchildren got backpacks today. They were all headed out the door for a backpack adventure. It's a big deal for a youngster shopping for that just right backpack.
Well, now you don't even have to shop. Come on down to the ballpark on Sunday and grab that backpack.
That's right. You can never have, two backpacks come in handy too.
No question. Base hit for David Wright, his third hit of the night. The second off Gallagher.
I noticed the backpacks are coming more and more popular, not only with kids, but you see a lot of the players carrying the backpacks. In fact, I think the King of the Gypsies has one too.
Looks like John Russell's going to make a pitching change.
Yep. It's going to be it. Looks like Ledesma's going to come in.
Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen.
Welcome back to the ballpark. 7-2 the score. Ray Surridge talking to Gallagher in the dugout after he got done, toweled off, talking about looks like a little slider action. Ray talking about the angle of the break and the grip. Danny coming over, congratulating him. Did a nice job. Will Ledesma, the only left-hander in the bullpen, come in and look at those strikeouts and just 2 walks.
How about that?
9 innings, not bad work. I need to work on that ERA.
Mike Davis. 1 out of 3 RBI single in the first. First-round pick out of ASU 2 years ago. And the pickoff. Clement guns to second. Well done by Clement.
Beautiful. Nice job by Ledesma. And I'm sure this was a nice call, too, by JR, calling that pickoff. There's a throw right on the money. And a little bit of a late tag, but we got the call. It was a similar tag to McCutcheon's. That foot might have been on the bag when his uniform got clipped, but got the out call. Most of the time, as long as the ball beats you, you'll get that call. But when McCutcheon was going in, you could really see a whole lot of daylight. I mean, you have to at least get the glove close to him.
One-two count on Ike Davis. Became a real popular Met when he got called up.
They like Ike.
That's what they said. His first career pinch hit. 2-run single July 28th against the Cardinals. Second among rookies with 15 home runs. He's had 3 game-winning RBIs in extra innings. Mets fan base quite disgruntled with most of the things happening in Flushing, but not with Ike Davis. As we said earlier, Jerry Manuel has been under fire.
It was a big battle in New York for baseball supremacy between the Yankees and the Mets. Things don't go right with either team. They take a lot of fire from their fan base. This year it's the Mets that are underachieving.
The Yankees are being blamed.
Underachieving tonight. Shut out 6-0 by Seattle. That's in Yankee Stadium too. Does that make sense? Since the Mets are out of town, Yankees got to be at home.
Do that. But of course, when they spend as much money as they do, fans in New York expect more. Ball hit well to right, off the top of the wall by Ike Davis. A long single.
How about that arm?
That's fun to watch.
And he played that one perfectly.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, that one was easy to play because you know there's no reason to go back to the wall. I got no play on this. Hopefully it doesn't go out of the ballpark and I catch a rebound. And that's what Doma did. He's right there. He's well back of the wall, sets up, gets a one-hopper, and then throws a bullet right to second base. Stopped Ike in his tracks.
The rookie catcher Josh Tolley has driven in a pair of runs with a single in the first and a single in the third. His last time up against Gallagher, he grounded out. Jeff Karstens tonight 3 2/3, 11 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. Well, Ledesma ahead of the count, 1-2. And this left-handed catcher. Ledesma signed over the offseason by the Pirates. He's a minor league free agent, non-roster player in spring training. Great season at the AAA Indy. A lot of major league experience for this 29-year-old Venezuelan, Will Ledesma, formerly with the Tigers, Braves, Padres, Diamondbacks, Washington Nationals.
It's odd that a left-hander with that type of an arm would bounce around that much. The lefties do kind of travel around a little bit, but that many teams, when you can throw in the low to mid-90s consistently, and you're left-handed, a little odd. Because he can bring it. We've seen him go out there and throw 95 at times. Nice breaking ball there. They're out number 3.
7th inning stretch time, 7-2 Mets.
It'll be really fun just to kind of go through the system with them, friendly competition, kind of go through the different levels together, learning curve. It'll be fun.
Aspen will make you smile. Jamison Tyone announced officially yesterday as a member of the Pirates organization. Their first-round pick, Jeff Francoeur, takes over defensively in right field. The Pirates are down to their last 3 at-bats, down by 5. Delwyn Young bats for Will Ledesma.
Kind of running out of time a little bit now. Really, hopefully a sign that things are going to get much better throughout the minor leagues, and you know, with the signing of the 3 big pitchers. But I think, Greg, it also goes beyond that to lower in the draft, signing the over slot guys, getting some real good high school talent not to go to college, get them in the organization. And it's been taking place now. This will be the 3rd draft in a row where the Pirates have invested heavily, and that's got to pay dividends down the road. Has to. Keep that pipeline flowing, and to do that you have to have the best amateur talent possible coming in on the low end to get impact type players Guys like McCutchen out on the high end.
And now 3-0 on McCutchen. Four-pitch walk to him. They take advantage of a special ticket offer for the remaining games against the Mets tomorrow night, Sunday afternoon. Just text "weekend" to 61592. A special ticket offer for the games against the Mets tomorrow and Sunday. Again, text "weekend" to 61592. Grab your cell phone. Act now. Don't forget Crawford's caps given away tomorrow night. Kids chest protector backpacks on Sunday. Text "weekend" to 61592. Top of the 0 for 2 with a walk. Reyes, Tejada, and on to Davis for an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play.
A hit and run, it's one simple thought. I've got to make contact, and I want to make contact on the ground. With a runner at first base, he's taking off for the pitch.
You can catch the entire tip
like a steal
on this Sunday's Trip Total Video Pirates pregame show at 1. Chris Resop takes over on the mound for Pittsburgh. 23,695 the attendance. Pirates have been out hit 14-6, trail 7-2.
Good popcorn night. You can use that to shout through later on, huh? Is that the point?
Looks like it.
Cut the end off?
Yeah.
Megaphone. It's a good idea.
Fly ball to shallow right. Doman and Clement a fine grab.
Well, there was a lot of worry in spring training whether he was going to be able to play defense over there. And all that work he did in March has really paid off. He's done a fine job defensively. The hitting hasn't been up to where everybody was hoping, but as far as playing first base, he's been more than adequate. Not an easy play for a first baseman. Back to the plate. Look straight back over his shoulder. But there was a lot of fretting about the bunt defenses and all the things that he was going to see during a regular season that you couldn't really get him ready for in spring training. There's been no problem with that. Nothing nice about having Clement over there. It's like having a third catcher on the team without actually having one designated, and that can come in handy at times. That third guy.
There he is again. Very busy over there tonight, Jeff Clement. Former first-round pick of the Mariners as a catcher, and a pretty good one. Pirates traded for him and made him a first baseman, hoping he'd provide some power from the left side.
Very highly touted catcher out of USC. Had knee problems. He definitely has pop in the bat. When he does get a hold of one, it doesn't just barely clear the fence. Fun to watch take batting practice. He launches them all over the place.
Two 2-1 count on Reyes.
His bullpen's been good tonight.
Reyes has scored a couple of runs.
You keep it at 7 runs tonight. Don't be surprised at all if the Pirates get the tying run to the plate at some point.
Stays 2-2 on Reyes.
That's without a closer.
Despite that, actually pretty good work in the bullpen.
I mean, they don't need K-Rod, is that what you're saying?
No, 15 scoreless innings since August the 14th at bullpen.
K-Rod is expendable. They're trying to get away from him, apparently.
Yeah.
Nolan voided his contract. It'll all be decided by lawyers, I guess, whether they have to pay him or not.
Toward the gap in right center. And a base hit for Reyes. His third.
Well, they've tried 4 times to run tonight. You got to believe that Reyes is going to try and take off here with 2 outs.
They gone 2 out of 4. double off the wall in right field in the second. Singleton scored in the fourth. Reesop ahead of the count 0-2 on Angel Pagan. Talk to people that watch the Mets a lot. They'll say that this guy is some kind of player. And that when Bay returns, Pagan should not sit. Popped up. Shallow center, McCutcheon with the catch. Reesop a scoreless 8. It remains 7-2. Neil Walker will lead off the bottom of the 8th. Two, 8th inning. Neil Walker last time up lined out to first. He's also doubled and flied to left. Mike Pelfrey trying to win his 12th game. And this makes 3 strong starts in a row for their big right-hander, and that's good news for Jerry Manuel, Dan Worthen, and the New York Mets. Last 2 times out, Pelfrey has gone at least 7 innings, and this makes it 3 in a row. He went 7 innings of 4-hit shutout ball against the Rockies, helping combine in a 1-0 shutout win over the Colorado Rockies. And then the Phillies, he went 7, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. A lot of shutouts for the Mets this season. Chan Ho Park and Evan Meek in the bullpen. Nice stop there by Davis. And Pelfrey is there. Again, Neil Walker. Not much luck last 2 games.
Definitely hitting in tough luck right now. I mean, last 2 games, he could easily have 6 or 7 hits. Everything right on the money. Nice play just before the chalk line.
Alvarez has struck out twice and fouled out.
Pedro, first 2 times having a tough job catching up with the fastball, and then that third at bat, it looked like he was trying to, make an adjustment, get the bat out there a little early, and Pelfrey pulled a string on him, got him to pop up changeup to foul territory. Game between the hitters and the pitcher. Who's making what kind of adjustment? What's the hitter trying to do? Can you read their minds? They're out on the mound. Ray Miller and I used to talk about how much fun it would be if there was some kind of an invention to where you actually could, the fans could see what the hitter and the pitcher is thinking out there. It would be so interesting. Like, who's confident, who's like going, you know, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this guy out? It'd be great to hear the thoughts.
The other way, and a foul ball. The mind game.
Yeah, that's what, you know, the hitter might be telling himself, you know, okay, I got to stay back. I got to stay back. Try and take the fastball the other way. I don't want to be out, you know, just reminding himself constantly. Or he might be thinking, you know, okay, I'm going to sit on a fastball here, try to turn on it and really drive a ball. You know, and that, of course, would be great information for the pitcher to know. And then the pitcher out there, he's thinking the same thing. Okay, this guy's trying to pull me. I got to pull the string here. I got to work him outside, or vice versa. And then the catcher, he's trying to read both their minds. He's trying to figure out what the hitter and the pitcher are thinking.
Alvarez strikes out for the third time tonight. Mazda presents In Case You Missed It Around the Major Leagues. Ronnie Paulino suspended 50 games by Major League Baseball using performance-enhancing drugs. The Marlins were just in town. Derek Lee, in his debut with the Braves, went 0 for 4, but Rick Ankiel hit a bases-loaded triple to drive in 3 at Wrigley, and they came back to beat the Cubbies 5-3. Doman at the plate. Dustin Pedroia placed back on the disabled list after being activated Tuesday. Lyle Overbay was driven in 6 runs as the Jays lead the Red Sox 15-0 in the 7th. Pair of home runs for Lyle Overbay, giving him 15 on the year, and Jose Bautista hit his 38th.
What kind of an effect playing in the outfield might have with Doman on his hitting, as opposed to having to be behind the plate?
Oh man,
maybe a good effect.
Jumped on that one. Towering drive.
That's
wow,
off the charity sign.
High, towering, majestic drive, foul by Doman.
You know what I mean? It's like, because the outfield, it's way less stressful than being behind the plate. There's the long foul ball again. You're not trying to figure out what everybody is thinking, having to call a game and do this. You're not getting your body all beat up. Perhaps if the right field thing becomes where he is most of the time, could have a big positive effect on his bat. There it is again. It's high off the charity sign. That would have probably been out on the bank right in front of the river. There's this kind of pitcher that I think Doman really likes. Somebody he knows that is going to give him a fastball. But now that he's in the hole, that's not a guarantee anymore. Nope, didn't get the fastball, got the changeup.
And a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th inning for Mike Pelfrey and the New York Mets, who lead the Bucs 7-2 heading to the 9th. starts with the Trib Total Media Pirates pregame. Brought to you by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. John Hope Park now takes the hill for the Pirates in the ninth.
He's had a rough time to this point. A couple of home runs, 9 hits in his 5 innings of Pirate work.
Ball 1 on Carlos Beltran. 1 out of 4. RBI single in the 4th. Karstens started at 3 1/3. Drive it deep to center, and McCutchen is there.
Pretty good ride. Kutch back to make the catch. Cover the ground.
Jeff Francoeur came on defensively. It's his first at bat tonight. 11 home runs on the year, .231 batting average, just a .152 hitter since the All-Star break. Francoeur 2 for 15 on this road trip. There's the battery tonight. It has performed quite well. Pelfrey and Tolley. Hard throwing Bobby Parnell in the bullpen. One of the hardest throwing pitchers in baseball. Foul ball.
Alvarez can't really wait. He's got to go ahead and go through with it just in case. Good practice too.
Hits tonight for the Mets. An offense that was really struggling coming in, but they collected 7 runs, 6 earned off Jeff Karstens on 11 hits. Bucks were down 3-0 in the first. The Doman homer made it 3-1, but the Mets added 2 in the top of the 3rd inning, including a home run from Chris Carter. Josh Tolley collected his 2nd RBI single of the game in that 3rd. Pirates scored an unearned run in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and that has been it. Stayed 2-2 on Francoeur.
Francoeur battling him, trying to get him upstairs, but keeps getting a piece of it. See his 9th pitch.
Mets got Francoeur last summer from the Braves for Ryan Church. Of course, Church was with the Pirates this season, then dealt before the deadline to Arizona.
Well, it looked like Francoeur was going to be a star in Atlanta when he first came up.
Sure did.
Local guy.
Yep. First rounder. Drove in 100 runs in each of his first 2 full seasons in the big leagues. Didn't miss by a whole lot.
Where was that one?
Man.
There it is again.
Boy.
Awfully close.
3-2. And tap toward Alvarez. Waits for the final hop and then throws on to first to get Francoeur. Do you know who Francoeur hit his first big league home run off of, by the way?
Carlos Zambrano.
Glendon Rush of the Chicago Cubs. Do you know who was producing that game for Cubbies?
Who was that guy that had the long time Cub producer? What was his name?
Toma?
Yeah, that might have been him. I don't know. Could have been him. Not with him anymore, is he?
I don't think so. I don't think that that Mitchell guy's doing Mets games either, come to think of it. Longtime director of Mets games, wasn't he?
Yeah. I don't know where he's at either.
Did some like Kinder's Corner things.
They're retired.
Mets games? Oh, probably. In the Bahamas, yeah. John Hope Park jumps up.
That'll do it.
Throws on to first. A scoreless ninth for Park at PNC Park. The Bucks trail 7-2 heading to the bottom of the ninth. We sure do love that AGH cam. Came to Pittsburgh to feel better, Cubs fan. Here is Bobby Parnell. Watch the radar gun on this guy.
How hard do you think?
Crank it up. Yeah, they'll try to get to.
Will I get 100?
Runs, 1 earned on 6 hits. A walk and 5 strikeouts. Jeff Clement 0 for 3. Starts off at 96. One ball, one strike. Parnell in his second season with the Mets. North Carolina native. 2-1 count. Of Charleston Southern University. And that 98-mile-per-hour fastball sizzled to the second baseman, Tejada.
Now Pelfrey obviously had it going tonight. A little bit of trouble early in the ball game, but his pride and joy, that fastball was working well. And then last couple innings, he mixed in some off-speed pitches, some change-ups, and got some strikeouts with that. Excellent job. It looked like the Pirates were going to be able to maybe chip away a little bit at him. Had some opportunities that fell through. And then the last couple innings, just nothing.
One ball, one strike count on Chris Snyder.
It's like the Pirates kind of had the wind taken out of their sails. They were battling pretty good through about the fifth inning or so, and then it just went away for them. Not much happening after that.
AGH Sports Medicine Pirates postgame with highlights and analysis comes up following the game. Ronnie Cedeno has one of the Pirates' 6 hits. Tomorrow night, James McDonald, J-Mac, goes to the hill again. He has had 2 very impressive starts in Pittsburgh. He's being acquired from the Dodgers. There's James McDonald. Tomorrow night in game 2 of this 3-game series, Jonathan Neese on the hill, left-hander for these Mets, and then Johan Santana on Sunday. One ball, 2 strikes, the count on Cedeno. (7-2) New York leads this one. First meeting between these 2 clubs this season. And Mets up by 5. Cedeno gets a piece of that one.
99.
Getting close. One ball, 2 strikes on Cedeno. And 2-2. Garrett Jones on deck. Should Cedeno reach? He just stays alive.
I don't think he's going to get 100, Greg.
You don't?
No, he got 99, and now he's backing off. He gave it a shot. About 2 outs in the 9th, Greg.
This is what you need, right?
And you get this. Pow.
Thank you very much.
96 into the mound.
Good stuff. Yes, sir.
Long night.
That is the ball game.
Not a good one. Pirates, most of the time, they make some kind of a run late in the game when they fall behind early, but where the run never came. Tried to get something going in the middle part of the game, and that fell through, and nothing much happened after that. Good job by the bullpen tonight, though. They put up all zeros.
But just
not a good start tonight by Carstens.
And no bats against Pelfrey, that's for sure. 2 hours and 53 minutes the time of game. That'll do it. Next broadcast, Pirates baseball on FSN Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Game 2 of the series, Jonathan Neese against James McDonald. Trib Total Media Pirates pregame starts at 6:30. Tim Deverett and Steve Blass have the call at 7 right here on FSN Pittsburgh, bringing the game to you. Once again, the final score, 7-2 Metropolitans. For Bob Walk and our entire FSN crew, Greg Brown saying thanks for watching, but please stay tuned. The AGH Sports Medicine Pirates postgame comes up right after the break.